Hi everyone, in today's video I am inside Marshall's and of course I'm checking out Christmas decorations because there's no such thing as too much Christmas. That's like saying there's too much happiness. It's the limit, it does not exist. This year across the board, I feel like all of these stores have stepped up their game. I am just loving their decorations and I feel like I'm always in like Halloween spirit, Christmas spirit, so I don't know what's changed this year, but I just think everything is so much more magical. I think part of it may be that there is the standard, nutcracker, Christmas tree, what have you, but there's a lot of unique decorations this year and that I fully appreciate. For instance, this wooden Christmas tree village, I don't know, what would you describe this as? This is adorable. It's absolutely glorious and it looks like it took so much craftsmanship to go into it. 25 bucks, not bad. I'm sure a machine made it, but you get the point. It looks handcrafted. I'm loving the Santas, and I was surprised to see like ornaments as far as Hallmark goes. Are these typically in Marshall's? I can't remember it from previous years. I did think this guy was pretty neat, and I was trying to look for a price tag on him. However, since I always end up recording with one hand and looking at the other, if I feel I can break it, I leave it alone. Like these Santas, you better believe if the price tag is on the bottom of his foot, I am not tilting him, I am not moving him, because with my clumsiness, he would smash into a million pieces. Luckily though, the price tags were out in the open. $60 for the smaller guy, $130 for this big boy. There were tons of inflatables. We had Frosty, Grinch, Yoda, there was a Snoopy one, plenty to choose from. I was happy to see that they had some blow mold as well as outdoor statues. And one thing I noticed too, this year, Rudolph seems to be it. I saw him in quite a few places during my trip to Marshall's. So if you are a fan of the red-nosed reindeer, you are definitely in luck. And speaking of the reindeer, look who we have over here. We have Rudolph as a blow mold. How much do you think this would cost? Because I definitely thought it would be $50, but lo and behold, $35. That's not bad. There's plenty of table decor to choose from, and I spy something that I purchased right in that little clip that we just passed. Feel free to guess down below before you see it in the unboxing later on. I will say it was only peeking out in that little clip. It wasn't like full on display. My Marshall's always has this random display off to the side, always mixed with pillows and random figurines, but look how cute these little stuffed animals are. Something that caught my eye was this giant ornament pillow. I mean, this thing was huge and it was so fluffy and so soft. It was so big, in fact, I could not reach the tag, so I'm gonna assume it was probably around $35. That's my guess. Love me some snow globes, and as I was kind of browsing through them, obviously dogs, have to pick that one up and shake it. $12.99 for a majority of them. Of course, we got the Grinch, we got another snow puppy. We also had Rudolph, and I was happy to see that for $12.99, not only are they snow globes, but you can also do the windy thing. I was going back and forth if I should wind it just to hear it. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put the camera down and do it, and guess what? It was broken. No matter how much you winded it one way or the other way, there was no traction. You could just feel the thing spinning and not catching anything, so that was a huge disappointment. But I did take it as my sign to leave the snow globes alone. I still don't understand how people can break those things. Like, clearly there's a stopping point where you can't overwind it, so why push it past it and make the whole thing snap? I'm a little bitter when it comes to snow globes because once upon a time, Walgreens during Halloween of last year had this amazing Nightmare Before Christmas snow globe with the mayor on it. I bought it, I was so excited, it was the last one, I brought it home, and only then when I got to take it out of the box, I realized that someone had broke the windy thing. It was so far pushed past its limit that it was like concrete stuck to itself, there was no moving it. And before I leave the store, once upon a time, someone did ask me how much this puppy with the Jack Skellington hat was. I happened to randomly see it, $9.99. All right, with that, back to my house. Now that we're back home, I'm going to show you what I got. Yes, this is a Dollar Tree bag, and yes, there's Dollar Tree stuff in here. That's because I also went to the Dollar Tree but didn't record. It was chaotic in that place. But my Marshall stuff is off to the side, so I'm going to show you the Dollar Tree first and then show you the best things I got from Marshall's. So first things first, that does not fit in that bag are these candy canes that I got from Dollar Tree. I was debating on getting them last year. I passed on them and I was regretting it ever since. So I was happy to see that they had them in stock. So I got 5 of these. I also got 2 puzzles. One is Stitch and one is Disney Princess. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. The last one I did was Cinderella, and I'm gonna be honest, it kind of scarred me for life because it was all blue. And a lot of the pieces, like every single one of them, is that shape. There's no all inward shape, all outward shape. For some reason, these puzzles, or at least the Cinderella one, is all that shape. So when it's all that shape and all blue, holy moly, it takes forever. So at least these have a variety of color. They'll be easier to do. I also got these cute snow-covered Christmas trees that are rested on top of peppermint candies. So when I do my little gingerbread village, I feel like that would fit right in on the fake snow. This is a candle holder, and I always it makes me wonder, who do they have painting these things? Because it's definitely hand painted. You can tell with the brush strokes and stuff, and not everything's the same. So you got like some red paint here on accident. So I do plan on look at the Christmas tree. Instead of it being a triangle, it's a whole square. But I want to repaint this into more of a gingerbread theme, so that's a future project. I got one of those projectors that, not this year for Halloween, but the year prior, I had gotten 2 for Halloween, and this one does a truck with a snow background and a Christmas tree. So let's go light this up and hopefully it works. Here's how it looks on the door. And if you're wondering why it's blurry, I'm wondering the same thing. I'm trying to get it to see. I mean, this is how it looks in real life. It is that blurry. I can't even see Santa's face. But I guess for $1, it's what you expect. Here's how it looks on the ceiling. And yeah, it is that blurry. I don't remember the Halloween ones being that blurry. Wow. How the quality has gone down in a year. So I guess the best way to display it is if you put it right here. Maybe about that distance. Lastly, from the Dollar Tree, I got this Miami Dolphins welcome sign. And this is interesting to me because I wouldn't think you'd find branded stuff at the Dollar Tree. And I could totally imagine people buying this and then taking it to a craft fair and selling it for $5 a pop. Because I could imagine people would pay that for this. I don't know, just pretty nifty. All right, now onto the creme de la creme, the Marshall stuff. I only got 2 items from there, by the way. So first up is this English bulldog statue. Oh my god, it's a little bulldog. And that's almost like a Grinch tree in a way. You see how it's just tilted over? It's so sparkly, but I love that the bulldog's not sparkly. So it's not just everything's covered. Instead, you have glistening snow and Christmas magic everywhere that it should be. And the bulldog just has a little red cardinal looking up, and they're just kind of like, oh, what's wrong with that tree? But I love English bulldogs, so as soon as I saw this statue, I'm like, I have to get this. That's legit a stare of an English bulldog. Maybe there is a squirrel in that tree, or he's just patiently waiting for Santa to bring him dog treats. And this is the Humane Society of the United States. Celebrating animals confronting cruelty, the Humane Society of the United States is the nation's largest animal protection organization. For more than half a century, the Humane Society has been fighting for the protection of all animals through advocacy, education, and hands-on programs. So I wonder if this was made by them. Compare to $19, $12.99, worth every cent. Now, if you thought that was sparkly, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I gotta take the camera over to the item because it is too big to fit in here, and this would literally be covered in sparkles. Look at that. Look at it. Would you just look at it? I saw this and I fell in love. Holy Christmas magic. This looks so good. I might just eat it and then have an upset stomach. I do want to put a little more sparkles on these clay balls. It's made of clay. It's made of clay. It's great. Just because some you can, I'm pretty sure it's someone's fingernail. But there was only 2 of these and this was the better of the 2. And I do like its imperfections. I feel like we could just and eat that. It looks so good. But I do want to coat it in a little more of the sparkle dusting. But look at the design and everything put into this. Oh my goodness. I could stare at this literally for hours. Stunning. And oh, that's what I popped off. I totally on accident in the store when I was checking out, like I heard a pop and I popped off the display thing. Let me see if I can turn the lights on so you can see. I'll have to do it from the bottom. But just so you guys know, compare at $56, which I definitely believe, $40. Completely worth it. I think I'm good on the gingerbread houses for now on. I almost low-key, I'm like, maybe I should clear out some of my closet and just make a year-round gingerbread wonderland in my closet just to fit all this stuff. I'll show you the back of it. It's just very plain Jane compared to the rest. Look at the colors stacked up, and it legitimately looks like a giant cookie. I will say though, there is a slight smell to this. I don't know if that's the clay. I don't know if that's whatever they use to spray it with the sparkles. There is a smell though. There's a smell, so hopefully it'll air out. If not, I forgive it. Well, okay, let me turn on the light. Stunning. Absolutely fantastic. I don't have a bad thing to say about this. Look how the roof glows too. The windows peeking through on this side. I am thoroughly happy. I feel like I've seen similar ones to this, maybe this exact same one in previous years, but when I see the $40 price tag, I'm like, ugh. However, this year I was like, spoil yourself. You got one life to live. If this brings you joy, get it. And so that was my motto, and that's what I did. Do you guys love it? Tell me, do you love it? And with that, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. If you want, feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye friends.